702. 702. Finance Feature.
8 minutes to 2 o'clock. And in our conversation for today, we're talking about the rise of micro-franchising as an economic empowerment tool. And I'm excited for this conversation because we've touched on franchising in so many different ways. And we're always hoping to find ways that you can be empowered for opportunities. Michelle Royston joins us in studio, founder of WAXIT, 011-883-0702, and the WhatsApp line 072-702-1702. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today.
We are always grateful to have guests come to studio. Let's talk about micro-franchising. What is that in relation to normal franchising?
So traditionally, it's a smaller model of a traditional franchise. In our specific franchise, it's an empowerment model that we've created for the brand. And what it's really about is giving our own people an opportunity to be their own business owners within the brand, being backed by the brand, supported, mentored and tutored.
So where in a normal franchise, you'd be kind of given a Bible to work off of. This is the branding. These are the colors. These are the direction. And you're going to give us X percentage and blah, blah, blah. And we know this can range from your McDonald's all the way to your smaller ones. What is the extra support you are giving that a normal franchise model does not?
So what we're doing that's different. So in this particular model, it's waxitologists and therapists that have worked in the business. So what they actually are doing.
I didn't even know there was a term called waxitologist.
We made that one up.
Okay, because it sounds better than my waxer. I like that, waxitologist.
Waxitologist.
Yes.
Yes, so it's waxitologist.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
I see.
So they are our technicians. So basically, they now have an opportunity to actually work in the business. So in our traditional model, we have our franchise owners, and then we have therapists and receptionists within the business. In this particular model, now that waxitologist is now also doing therapy as well as running the business. So it's a smaller, more focused version. And we've got coaching and mentorship along the way. It is a pilot. It is the first one we're doing.
Yes.
So we're not really sure how it's all going to play out, but we are confident that this is the next step for us to create a beautiful empowerment model for our waxitologists and receptionists that have been long-term in our brand.
And I was going to say, what made you identify this opportunity? Because you know, we hear those stories here and there where somebody will say, this person's been working in my business for ever many years and finally they're getting their keys to the very own. But those are so few and far between.
So ideally, the whole plan with this model is we want to do this long term. We want to move it into a different region. So, for example, we want to go into the townships, open smaller versions where our own people are getting access to. Hopefully, one day we will get some government funding or help, maybe externally. But for now, we want to test it and pilot ourselves. So we can't go and say this is how the model works until we know and we've tested and we've said, right, this is what it cost us to set up. This is how long it had to perform before it could actually break even. Because you're also taking people out of a business who've been with you for a long time, so they're at a certain earning capacity.
Yes.
So you need to be able to fund that, help them, coach them, and mentor them, you know, into the system.
What will be the measure that it is successful? Like, what is the top ideal outcome of this pilot?
So I think for me, success is, you know, we've financed them. So we want to see that the loan gets repaid back, because it mustn't be that this is a free journey. They've got to put the work into it. They've got to help build their business, grow their business. And once they pay back that loan, that store becomes theirs. It's their ownership. So it's their incentive to work it. So for us, the success would be we pay it back sooner. So that would be ideal. So we have gone, this is a 5-year program. If we get there sooner, great. If not, we know that we're in for a 5-year journey. But I think the main thing is that we've actually funded this fully. What would be nice is if we had some external help from funders or like government programs who could actually help build, even if it was like the initial percentage. But we can't go until we know that we've proven this model and we can do it on our own.
And I love that you are looking at the people that are already within the business, that know the business. If somebody's listening and is like, I want to get involved, whether it's to pour money in or they want to become a micro franchiser, how can they get in touch with you on email?
So this is actually only an internal program.
Yes.
So we only want the people in our brand to have access to this model because it's our empowerment model.
Yes.
So it's not going to be a model that we offer externally. However, you can always come into our training school, become a waxitologist, work in the stores, work your way up, and then you would also be in line later on for that opportunity. And that's how we would say you could ultimately, if you wanted to, you have to either be a waxitologist or a receptionist in our business who's been in our Smooth League, which is a 5-year and more program. And then you get the opportunity when we get this model right.
And I think we will definitely be staying in touch to see how this works, because obviously if you've built a model, it's something that other businesses can start to implement, where people are not just working till retirement day, they can work towards something much bigger and be empowered. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.